Tarot. I hope that you guys are all well on this Wednesday night. I had to think about it. For some reason, I'm thinking it's Thursday, and it's not. But yes, I think because I did things out of my normal routine today, so it threw me off. But anyway, um, I'm looking around because my nose is a little bit stuffy. I have like a little box of tissues nearby. What did I do with them? I don't remember. But I should be fine. Anyway, yeah, that might end up becoming a problem because my nose is like super stuffy right now. One second, guys. All right. Hey, Aya, how are you, darling? Happy you're here. All right, so I started to say my whole little spiel in the oh, look at my some of my favorite people in the whole wide world popping in. So I got my Soli here, Castor River. Love that girl so dearly. Um, my best friend and just great person. So I'm happy that you're here, my love. Monica, how are you, sweetheart? So I'm already seeing some names that I one recognize and two greatly appreciate. So I love you guys. So yeah. Now that there's people here, let me just do my quick little spiel like I always do because my nose was like super runny and I was like, oh, I gotta blow my nose before I start. So I apologize. But yeah. So like I was gonna say, for those of you who are new, welcome to the channel and thank you for tapping in. I hope that you like what you see here and hit that subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff. A little bit of a mixed bag, get a little bit of everything here. You know, some healing, which is kind of what this reading here is. I just saw 222 when I looked up, which is kind of what this reading is kind of geared towards. Love readings, a little bit of everything, literally. I'm okay. I'm just tired. A lot of people I feel like have been just absolutely exhausted lately. I don't know what's like. I don't know if there's like a new moon coming or something. I don't know, but cause I feel like we just had a full moon, right? Hi, Ren. But something's going on. But just feeling like really exhausted, you know, not being able to sleep lately. But anyway, yeah, so for those of you who've been rocking with your girl for a bit already, I see some of my favorites here already as we start off this reading. So like I said, I greatly appreciate you guys. Yeah, you guys already know the drill. So I'm happy that you guys are here. For my mods, because I just saw the number jump from literally was 4 people to now it's 12. So y'all know what y'all gotta do, right? Um, y'all just be on the lookout for some BS, right? Um, hey Kayla, how are you? By the way, I don't have my glasses on, so like I have to get really close. Y'all probably like, damn, nigga, we don't want to see you that damn close up. So I apologize. But yeah, I like to really see. Sometimes I do have to get like kind of close. Hi Rachel, how are you? So I'm seeing some new faces or new names I should say. So I'm grateful for you guys for tapping in. So before I start talking too much, we're gonna just kind of like dive in. I think I want to start, and I don't usually do it like this, but I'm gonna do it like this today. I really want to start off with messages from the like ascended masters and the spirit team, like really start off with just that and then start building the rest of the reading around that. I have so many decks over here because I picked up a whole bunch of shit, and now of course when it comes down to trying to start this reading I can't find the decks that I'm looking for. I should have thought this through. So bear with me guys. What did I do with the damn deck? I took it off like the damn. I have like a shelf of cards. There's no way that I didn't pick those cards up. Did I eat them over there? No, I brought them over here. What the hell did I do with them? It's frustrating. These are times where I wish I could like press pause, but you can't do that on here. What the fuck? Fucking shit me. Wait, how does this happen? Right, I'm gonna have to use a different deck, and also means I have to get up. That's the whole purpose why I bring the decks here, so that there's no wait time in between. But Spirit must have a different idea for this reading for some reason. I don't understand why. Aha, the deck. I must have been over there and thought I picked them up and did not. I literally was over there. Picked up something, but it wasn't the cards that I intentionally went there for. So what the fuck did I go over there for? I'm very confused, guys. Whatever. It's besides the point. Something happened. It's giving me like time jumps or something. Like, had all the intentions of going over. This is not the deck that I want. I don't like this deck that much. Alright, please hold, friends. I have no idea what's going on. So, you know, perhaps that might be how you guys are feeling right now. I literally went over there before I started this reading, because I already have a whole bunch of decks next to me. I went over there. Sorry, I'm laughing at a text message. Alright, so I sent my son's father a song that my students love, that one of my students sings all the time, and we looked it up. We're like, what the hell is he talking about? Why does he keep saying it? And it goes, so I'm going to do it to you guys. You guys are going to absolutely love or hate me. Maybe a little bit of both. But it goes, don't put toys in the potty. Don't put toys in the potty. Don't put toys in the potty. Why not? Because it's naughty. And it's like, it gives scenarios of what happens if you put toys in the potty. And I mean, I'm like, yo, these are like real life experiences, bro. Like, don't put toys in the potty. And then one part is talking about don't don't drink toilet water, or don't drink water from the potty, because it'll get you sick. I'm just like, yo, these fucking kids, these little, you know, these kids nowadays with all the access to the internet and shit that they have, and then the stuff they come in singing, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And now we have to look and figure it out. So now that it's stuck in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make that shit stuck in your head. He's like, I can't get it out of my head. Like, good, that was the whole thing. All right. So I just spent mad time just talking, and I really apologize, guys. This is not going the way I expected it to. Alright, guys. So, and I see Beyond the Universe Tarot. I like your name is really cool. I like that. But yeah, I'm getting my brain fog. It's like, wow, what the hell is going on right now? Like, my brain won't shut up. You guys, y'all know I usually jump into a reading that quick. What the hell's going on? We're like 8 minutes into this damn reading. Nothing happened yet. But anyway. Alright, Spirit. My goodness. Alright, so let's dive in for the collective. What do they need to know at this time when it comes to messages from their spirit guides, ascended masters, ancestors, so on and so forth, at this time during their journey. Here's the most accurate messages. Please and thank you. Okay. No worries. All right, so we have Gaia here. I like that. It says resilient spirit. That's you guys. Earth connection. Stay rooted in and trust the process. Sorry. Stay rooted in trust and faith. Sorry. I was reading it almost as like stay rooted, trust, and have faith, almost. Like that's what I was like reading it as. Same shit. It's just the way that my eyes were interpreting it as I was reading. Some of you might really connect with Gaia, or you know, it might be a good time to connect with Mother Earth. Earthing might be, and grounding might be beneficial to some of you. But they really want you to just feel safe in your circumstances, right? Like, and what I mean by that is sometimes the things that are happening around us, right, that keep us feeling off balance and off, like, off center. Um, those situations are a lot of times are just temporary. And when we do that, we start working on that inner work, right? That sense of balance within self. That's when we start to see some changes happening and shifting around us, is what I'm kind of getting. So, maybe meditating might be good to kind of balance yourself out. Your root chakra might need a little bit of work, possibly. All right, so we have Guru Ramda here. It says, miraculous moment, harmony surrounds you, expect miracles. So there are some things that are about to start shifting and changing in your life at this time, whatever that may entail. Especially as you start to find harmony within yourself. It's kind of giving me like, I don't know why, but it's kind of giving you like temperance vibes. Some of you might have Sagittarius in your chart. I don't know where that came from, but like that's just something I was kind of picking up on. I just heard something rattle. What the hell is that? There's nothing over there, so it's creepy. Like look at my what the hell? It says Commander Ashtar here. Leadership activation. Time to evolve. Trust in your ability to guide others. You are meant to guide others. You are somebody how can I put it? You're stepping into this sense of power in your life, I feel like, at this time, right? And as you're stepping into this sense of power, it's allowing you to evolve, right? Which also is going to involve you having to find some sense of peace within yourself too. You can't do it without that. You can't have one without the other. The more harmony and balance you feel within yourself, the more that you're going to feel well equipped. I heard the word well equipped to help guide others. I feel like a lot of you are meant to do that. Hi, Noble. So I'm happy that there are people letting me know when things resonate. But yeah, what else do we have here? Sorry, I got the deck the wrong way. Nose is itchy. All right, Paul. There we go. Paul the Venetian, gifted one. That's you guys. Revealing hidden talents, opportunities to shine. Now, I will say this card technically was in the reverse. I feel like maybe you're not allowing yourself to shine. Maybe you have gifts and talents and stuff that are like lying dormant or that you're not utilizing at this time. And they're like, look, you have all these gifts that you're meant to share. Hi Nixie, how are you? You have all of these gifts that are, meant to be shared with other people, to help guide people. And keep in mind, this is just the beginning of the reading. Like they're saying that there's so many things that you're meant to do at this time, and there's something that's holding some of you guys back. Now it's gonna look different for everybody, right? But there's something that you guys need to kind of really focus on about yourself at this time, because there are these things about you that you're ignoring. I'm getting things that you're feeling called to do, but you're putting it on the back burner for whatever reason. I don't know, but again, take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. Wow, that's kind of deep. My girl over here. Alright, let's get like 2 or 3 more from this deck. Alright. My girl, I know she resonates. We were just talking about her earlier, Kalima. Divine severance. Cut the cords to dramas, fears, and limitations. That's huge. That could be one of the things that's holding you back. And in fact, the way that I had the cards spread in this, I wish I could move the camera down, but I can't do that with this particular tripod, unfortunately. but the way that I'm, doing the cards is in the middle of the spread. Um, yeah, this is all about, really releasing, right? Releasing those negative energies that have been surrounding you, right? You guys are fucking, in some cases, you guys are fucking angry. You're lit the fuck up right now. You're like, yo, there's so much shit that I've been going through in my life to stay in these circumstances. What am I supposed to do? Right? So now you're just like, you know what? I feel bad for anybody on your bad side right now, because, you know, um, yeah. And now it's just about, like, even if you're severing ties with things that are within yourself, right? And that's why, like, when I was like trying to figure out what to title this, and I was coming up with like the hashtags and stuff, it was very important for me to put inner work. Like, yeah, I'm getting shadow work too, but like for some reason I felt like putting inner work as opposed to shadow work. And I feel like that's what's going on here for some of you guys. Is there's something internally right now that's kind of keeping you almost like bound to something. It's giving me like, not to say that Kalima's the devil, but like just like it's giving me devil energy, right? This energy of feeling stuck and bound to something that you need to release that you haven't released, right? Something along those lines. We have the Atlanteans. I always say that one wrong, so I apologize. It says evolution, vibration, legacy, technology, progress, expects acceleration. Yeah, you guys, you might feel like you might always feel like you've been here before, like you've done something, and for some of you haven't. That's actually about the folks that were from Atlantis. If you know what Atlantis is about, I'm not gonna give a whole like lesson on that or anything on here. You guys can always like research it. But if you ever heard of the lost land of Atlantis, that card is actually what that represents. These folks that were well beyond the knowledge of anybody else at that time. Like they possessed an inner knowledge and technology and things like that nobody else had at that time. So some of you might feel like that sometimes, like innovators, right? People who are able to just come up with ideas almost on the fly. And people are always like, wow, you always have like all these great ideas, They might be saying like this might be a time to start utilizing some of those ideas, because they're going to allow you to work on a sense of growth and elevation. I also heard. It says evolution here, but I heard elevation. So yeah, I'm also getting for some that this might be a time to rely on technology, especially like in the day and age that we're in. So working with things like AI. I know that a lot of us are like, fuck AI. I don't really care for it personally, but I feel like it's the way of the land. Like you have to start getting used to it. It's everywhere. I'm getting that for somebody. I'm also getting just the internet in general. A lot of research, maybe. Marketing, perhaps on the internet for somebody. I'm getting things like that. Technology is going to have to become your best friend for some reason. To learn things or something like that to help yourself evolve. I do feel like we're in that day and age that kind of makes sense. Bottom of the deck, we have Buddha. It says heightened awareness, make peace with your thoughts and your world. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's get one more from this deck. And by the way, guys, I'm not really looking at the comments that much. I'm gonna try to make sure I look at them throughout, but I won't be able to focus on them as much as I normally do, because like I'm like really like locked in. Interesting. Gotcha. Okay. See, this is what I love about being close to people who are enlightened, right? I learn things, you guys learn things, you guys get to teach each other. I mean, one of the first things we saw here was this energy of y'all are gifted and you're meant to teach in some kind of way or capacity, and it might be something you've been putting off. We have Lakshmi and Ganesh here. Prosperity vibration. You are attracting wealth, health, and happiness. Love and happiness. I was just singing that to myself earlier at work, and people were looking at me like, "What the fuck is she saying?" Because it goes to show the generational gap, you know. And I'm working with all these people so much younger than me. I'm like, you guys don't know who Al Green is. It's okay. But anyway, look. So the other card about release, karmic releases. Shiva, karma release. The end of a cycle, debts are paid, choose your destiny. So free will is at play here as you guys are working on making some choices to sever ties from things that no longer serve you or that have possibly been keeping you from stepping into your fullest potential as this leader, as this teacher of what you're supposed to be working on. And you guys know what this is. We have Kuan Yin. She's holding a lotus. You're coming up out the mud, baby. You guys are growing and you're expanding. You're becoming enlightened. I literally just said something about you guys are enlightened, right? It's kind of crazy that I just said that. Enlightened action. Choose compassion. Move forward with grace. Yeah. With grace. Middle of the deck we have Horus. Manifestation vortex. Belief makes manifest. Thoughts attract and create. Yes, your thoughts, right? That's a big one. Your thoughts can become a manifestation. So if you're thinking negatively, for instance, if you're having a lot of negative thoughts at this time, it's going to make it kind of difficult for you to be able to attract the things that you say you want. We talked about law of attraction not too long ago. I think it was this past weekend or something like that. But yeah, like you guys, you know, is part of it is, you know, the internal stuff, right? The stuff that you might be saying and which keeps you feeling, again, bound. Yeah, you guys are natural teachers, man. You're the you're shown as the hierophant. Like, and there's this fast moving energy here. Eight of Wands. There's a message that's meant to be delivered from your mouth, from your teachings to help people. You know, like I said, I just witnessed it just now. You guys taught me stuff that I didn't fully know. Right? Just from being in the comment section. You know, there's things that I might have had some knowledge about, but like not like fully aware. You know what I mean? So like, and then you guys are teaching each other. And this is how it goes, right? You know, each one teach one. If you guys have, you know, that knowledge, right? Especially about this type of stuff, you know, esoteric knowledge, or just, you know, knowledge about spirituality and things like that, so on and so forth. In particular, you're meant to kind of help, you know, help people evolve and grow, right? I love that. Really love that. All right, so I'm trying to think. Should I do whatever comes out for this? I don't typically do that, but I'm gonna kind of do whatever comes out. Is you do a spread, but this time I'm not. Whatever comes out, and I'll just read, you know, as spirit guides me. But let's see what Spirit's got to say. I did see the Chariot, so some of y'all might be getting ready to move. Some of y'all need to get some rest. Four of Swords I just saw. Some of y'all need to get more confident in yourself and your abilities, maybe. All right, there we go. Strength. Some of you might have Leo in your chart somewhere. Or yeah, finding a sense of strength when it comes to working on the things that we've kind of been discussing and talking about, right? Finding a sense of strength when it comes to putting yourself out there when it comes to your gifts. You know, maybe you're scared. Maybe you're worried about what people are going to think, especially if you come from like a religious background or something like that, or you got a lot of naysayers in your energy type of thing. You know, so it makes it hard for you to figure out how to go about doing this. Strength to move on from certain situations or ways of doing things, ways of thinking, you know, getting something like that. But we got that energy already of severing ties, right? Severing ties, finding that bravery and that inner strength, right? That courage. All right. So like I said, this is gonna be whatever comes out. See what Spirit has to say at this time. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. Moving towards something with a lot of passion, right? Very quick moving energy at that. More fire energy at that as well. It also could represent, you know, going on some type of adventure, seeking something new, again, that you might be passionate about. The Knights are all about movement of some sort. Um, yeah, everything that I've seen so far is some type of fire energy. We have the Seven of Wands in the bottom of the deck here, standing your ground, right? As you make these decisions to move into a new direction in your life and do whatever it is that, you know, you're meant to do at this time. Um, so something flips here. So you guys are weighing your pros and cons perhaps about something. We have the Two of Pentacles here. So some of you might be just trying to go back and forth about, you know, options of some sort. Like if I stay, what will happen? If I leave, what will happen? Weighing the pros and cons. I will say this. If you're having a hard time making a decision about something, if that's what that means for you guys, like I'm getting that. If you ever heard, I've mentioned it more than once on the channel, but I'll mention it again. If you've ever heard of something called a decisional balance sheet, I would strongly suggest just, you know, downloading one and printing it out. It's a great way to visually see, you know, the pros and cons of a situation. Um, and when you see how making a decision sometimes is actually, like, choosing to make a decision outweigh, those pros are always going to outweigh the cons in most cases of staying, or okay, rephrase, those pros are going to typically or almost always outweigh the pros of staying in your current situation, whatever that may entail, when you're going through these major decision, you know, challenges, right? Trying to figure out what the hell to do. Yeah, because a lot of you guys have been just dealing with nothing but disappointments. So it's like, so it's almost like asking yourself, so if I stay in this situation that's hurting me, it's causing me pain, nothing but disappointment. What? Yeah, look, shattered dreams here on the top of the deck with this Nine of Cups in the reverse. Almost none of the cards in this deck are in reverse, by the way. Yeah, it's like there is basically saying, like, if you were to allow yourself to move forward from the heartbreak, the pain, the loss, new opportunities will start to present themselves. Page of Pentacles here, because you're going to allow yourself to make space and room for the things that you're meant to have. So staying in your circumstances are not doing you any favors. You know what I mean? Easier said than done, I know, because we all going through different things. And I'm going to say we because I could resonate with that too. You know, we all go through different shit that makes it very difficult sometimes to make those steps or those moves towards a new direction. But, you know, your spirit guides are saying, look, we got your back. You know, if you want it bad enough, we got you. But you got to actually, like, make those efforts too, right? You got to meet them halfway. They can't do everything for you, right? Don't work like that. So, you know, and I'm going to say I can resonate with that, because I know that they've been nudging me to do a few damn things that I keep on putting on hold too, you know? So I can resonate, trust me. This isn't a way to, like, you know, attack or anything like that. This is a way to just maybe challenge some of your ways of thinking sometimes or doing things, because they just want you to see a clearer picture. That's what you're here for, I hope. A clearer picture. You know, removing the fog, taking the rose-colored lenses off of your eyes and seeing things differently. Yeah. Whatever you're dealing with, there is no room for growth. Again, almost none of my cards in this deck are in the reverse, right? Maybe that's why the cards fell the way they did, because I did have to pick some cards up, so some of them might have landed this way, so that we could see them like this. 2929 on the timer. The Empress in reverse, it's like whatever circumstances that you're in currently, there is no room for growth, right? And you know that. You know this is the truth. You can't grow where you are, right? You can't heal in the place that makes you sick, or that has made you sick. Like, I just heard that. Like, that's one of the things that's going on here too. It's like, it's almost like, I just heard, shit where you eat. Like you can't you can't be in shitty situations and then expect yourself to thrive. Like you just can't, right? So like what are you doing to get out of those circumstances? For some of you, take it as it resonates. It could be a home situation with this Four of Wands here. Um, for some of you, it could be a relationship. It could be a marriage. Um, for some of you even, it could just be like the people around you in general, right? Like the people around you who are, because it does literally say community here too. It could be friends, family, people who you would expect or want to like want the best for you, and kind of push you to thrive and strive for greatness. And like you guys want these passionate beginnings with the Ace of Wands here. Like you guys want, this is what you guys want, right? But you can't have it in the circumstances that you find yourself in, because again, shattered fucking dreams. You can't, it doesn't equate, right? It doesn't make sense. So that's gonna look different for everybody, so just take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. But yeah, gotta get out of whatever circumstances that you are finding yourself in that are keeping you feeling bound and stuck, because there's no growth there and you're meant to thrive. Yeah, this is what you're meant to have, this 10 of Cups, right? You're meant to have that. You're meant to have your happily ever after. And not just in terms of love, just in general, right? A better relationship with yourself, a better relationship with your friends and family, the ones that, you're meant to foster healthy relationships with, I'm getting. But just overall, something that makes you happier, right? I think a lot of you guys have been doing a lot of soul searching and inner work, which is the whole purpose of this reading. Figuring out, what does that even look like for you, right? Maybe for so long you haven't even had true happiness, or maybe you've never actually had it. For some of you, you might never have. You don't even know what the fuck it looks like if it hits you in the damn face. You know what I mean? For some, take it as it resonates. But like, I just got like an example that just kind of came down. Those of you guys who might resonate with, if you've been in a lot of, toxic, karmic ass relationships, same patterns repeated over and over, right? Stay in these relationships for long periods of time. There's no growth, no expansion, unhappy, so on and so forth. But you stay because you don't know any different, right? You stay because that's all you're familiar with. So when you actually have a positive relationship, you're like, what you talking about, Willis? You know what I mean? It's confusing. You're like, it feels weird because you're like, either something, like there's something amiss, that this is too good to be true, and then it could become self-sabotage. Be careful with that. I can say this from experience, that will not get you anywhere. If you start self-sabotaging those kind of relationships because of, your insecurities and shit from the past, right? Again, been there, done that. There's no shade, right? This is a place of growth. This is a place of us all being able to, have that open platform to be able to discuss these things. I just saw 3333. Being able to discuss these things openly and say, yeah, I've been through that. Yeah, I'm going through that currently. You know what I mean? Like, so on and so forth. And I'm very, very transparent on here. I'm not one of those readers who act like I got it all together, because I don't. You know what I mean? I got my own shit going on. That's what made me turn to tarot in the fucking first place. And now I am able to use my personal experiences to help you guys. And I feel like a lot of you guys could probably do the same, in your own way. It doesn't have to be through tarot, but just in general, So I say all that to make the point, because I'm going off on tangents like I always do. But I am getting this energy of, doing that deep inner work to figure out, what does happiness look like to you. Sitting down and writing that out, right? What do you want? And really sit down with that, right? What do you really want? What do you desire, right? Not what other people are telling you, like in these fucking shows and, podcasts. And not to say there's anything wrong with podcasts, but, sometimes, certain things influence our judgment of what we actually want, whether it's friends, family, religion, whatever. Beliefs that we've had since we were kids that no longer even resonate with us, but we still abide by it because we feel like we're supposed to, so on and so forth. Everybody's situation is going to be different. But this is a time to do your own inner work and ask yourself, what does this look like to me now? You know, yeah, because you've already been through this shit, hardships and all that bullshit. You've been there already, right? Been there, done that. You're trying to get out of that energy now, right? With this Five of Pentacles on the top of the deck, you're trying to get out of the hardships and the pain. We already talked about the disappointments, right? Yeah, those old insecurities that still pop up from time to time with the moon in the middle of the deck. You're trying to get past that, right? You're trying to move on from that. I'm getting for some of you, you might have Pisces in your chart. Take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. I'm also getting for some, you might have I'm getting maybe Scorpio for somebody. Take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. That seems pretty specific. But yeah, tell me more. Tell me more. I hope this is helping so far. I know it was like a little bit of a slow start. As my girl Lati would say, sometimes it's like that old school Crisco. You got to let spirit cook it up, warm it up. I could never deliver that line as well as she does. But, and then we get to cooking. I love when she says that because she just says it so like it's her thing, you know what I mean? And it works every time. I'm just like, yeah, girl, I love that. She really has her own little, way of presenting her readings, and it works every time. And then once she starts, that's it. Or when spirit starts going through her and channeling those messages, I'm gonna tell you right now, you will never be disappointed. Speaking of which, I didn't mention it earlier, but my girl Caster River, she's also a reader, so you might want to reach out to her. She's also available on Facebook. Check under the same name, so check her out. She is, I think she's open for private readings at this time. If you're not, Allie, just say that in the comments, because I just figure I shout you out because you're the real deal Holyfield. And I think she did step out for a moment because she said she had to get something, but Aya Inspired Tarot, she's also a great reader as well. So great readers here who we support each other, because we all, we all doing the same thing, but in a very different way. We all, we present different readings and things like that. We do things differently, but we all have great gifts that we're able to share. So yeah, I always love to shout my girls out when necessary, because I know they show up for me all the time, so I gotta show up for them. So we have Five of Cups, yes, right? I like that idea, Allie, donation-based readings. I think I'm gonna do that again. I did that like a week or two ago, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I want to try to do it like that again. It's like a hit or a miss with anything that has to do with money, as we know. But I feel like when people really want a message, they'll pay. So, so I try to do something a little bit different, throughout the week and stuff, just to see, what gets like a little bit of a pull, so to speak. But anywho, yeah, I do feel like there's also saying don't rush the process when it comes to healing. We got the Five of Cups here, Knight of Pentacles on the bottom, so you guys see it. I love you, Allie. I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys have felt like you've wasted your time in certain situations, right? This is on the top of the deck here with the Seven of Pentacles on in the reverse. Wasted your time and your effort in the wrong situations, causing a lot of disappointments, a lot of pain, a lot of grief, regrets, feeling a sense of loss. But they're basically kind of saying, like, take your time, right? You don't need to rush anything. You don't have to rush the process with this Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Don't rush, right? I think, a lot of us, we don't, and I'm going to say us, because a lot of us don't want to feel the pain, right? We don't want to go through that again. We don't want to revisit it. We threw it under the rug like it never existed. And it's like, no, we gotta, I'm going to say we, because I resonate with this. We have to, like, there's things creeping up for me that I'm like, what? I thought I either got over that shit or I didn't think it affected me the way that it does. And I'm like, oh, we're talking about stuff from way back in the day. not even relationship wise, like, but like a lot of my stuff is like about relationships, but we're talking about now, we're talking about like upbringing and childhood. And I'm like, whoa, that still affects me? I thought I was okay. I'm almost 40. Why am I still worried about these things? But you know, life's funny like that, right? Especially when you're doing your work on yourself, right? That that inner work, introspection, retrospection too, right? Hindsight is 2020, as they say. Especially when you allow yourself to actually see it. Side note, tell me in the comment section, for those of you who are here, have any of you recently, like really, really recently, been dealing with a lot of nausea? Like literally, at any given time, it feels like you're gonna throw up. Like you could be like mid sentence and you have to like catch yourself like, ooh, I feel like I'm about to like just vomit everywhere. Have any of you been dealing with that recently? Let me know in the comment section. That, or like between that and a super heightened sense of smell, like all the, like different smells that don't normally bother you all of a sudden bother you a lot, like again make you super nauseous, like almost like it's giving me almost like, I don't think any of you guys are pregnant necessarily, but like almost like for those of you who've ever been pregnant, what morning sickness kind of feels like, almost like that, but you're not pregnant. You know what I mean? And I had a really bad headache yesterday. So like there's something going on with some people, myself included. I figured I'd throw that out there because some of y'all might be dealing with that. Bad headaches, really, really nauseous out of nowhere. Heartburn, hey, I mean that's like gastrointestinal stuff. I wonder if anybody's dealing with like maybe solar plexus kind of stuff, maybe. Um Maybe it's like solar plexus. That might be an issue for somebody. For those of you who are resonating, that and maybe third eye or crown chakra too with the headache stuff. Because this is just weird. I'm like, damn, I just been feeling like even talking about it, I'm like, okay, let me shut up. But yeah. Yeah, like my stomach has been bothering me for weeks. And then like lately, the past few days in particular, probably, yeah, almost a week now, super nauseous all the time. I'm just like, what the hell? Whether I eat or not, doesn't matter. It's like, what the hell is going on with me? Nah, I definitely ain't pregnant. I ain't bitch. Hey, Evolving Lotus, how are you? So we have Two of Wands. So choices, right? Choices to be made. You're at a crossroads. You're feeling kind of stuck right now. A lot. I'm looking at the spread. A lot of Wands energy here. The only thing that hasn't showed up is any swords. Everything else is here in the spread. And no major arcana yet either, actually. Oh, I take that back. There's one major arcana here. Yeah, but no swords yet. But yeah, definitely at a crossroads, you know, working really diligently to figure it out. Some of you guys might be like saving up money or something like that for a move. Because I do see the Eight of Pentacles here, which is working really hard and diligently at something. But I'm also getting, for some reason, I don't know why, I'm getting saving money for somebody. Yeah, look at that. Now, as I say, we don't have any swords here yet. Six of Swords is here. So yeah, moving on from things, right? The thing is this: you feel guided to do whatever this is. So they're saying this is happening for a reason. Like they want you to feel guided to do this because they're the ones who are pushing this to happen. You know, you've been getting nudged, you've been getting pushed to do this shit, and you just haven't been doing it. Yeah, why? And I knew this card was going to show up at some point because there are these things that are keeping you bound to a situation or circumstances. Whether it's your own internal stuff or things outside of you, whatever, you know what your situation and circumstances are when it comes to this, if this is resonating. But I knew the devil was going to come up because I said it earlier. yeah, now it's like kind of like making a conscious effort and choice to remove yourself from the things that have been toxic in your life, whatever that looks like for you. For some of you, I'm getting like, you know, like self-limiting belief type thing, like not believing in yourself and your abilities to do something. I'm also getting just like a lack mindset. Like, for instance, if it's something like, oh, well, will I be able to support myself if I do this? I get it. Trust me. That's part of my problem right now. So it could be something along those lines. Like, as bad as I want to move to California to be with my son, I'm like, can I? Should I? And it's scary, right? Not knowing what's on the other side of those circumstances and those scenarios. But again, they're guiding you, right? There's something that you're meant to do and accomplish, even if it's just getting out whatever circumstances you're in right now to make your circumstances better. Like, things might not be like, you know, this quick, like you go somewhere and everything's just great. Like, it might not be like that. It might take some diligence and some work to get there, right? But at the same time, those circumstances are still going to probably be better than whatever you're dealing with currently, is what I'm getting. Let me get a few more from here. I guess I do hope that this is helpful. Yeah, fear, we got to let that fear go. Yep. All right. So for some of you, take it as it resonates, and leave it if it doesn't. This is not going to be for everybody. It seems very specific. But we got two cards that came out, both in a challenging position. We got the King of Pentacles and the Strength. For some of you, so I'm getting more than one message here. For some of you, you might have been in a situation with somebody who was kind of like the breadwinner or something like that, who kind of was the one kind of keeping things like financially secure or something like that, or you saw security in, and now you're trying to figure out a sense of strength to remove yourself from that situation. Okay, let me just show you the cards so you don't think I'm just saying this just to say it. These are the cards that came out together. So I'm seeing that, but I'm also getting that some of you guys, part of the reason why you're not feeling confident in yourself is because you don't feel secure. I'm getting that too, because those came out challenging. I'm getting both of those circumstances possibly for somebody. So take it as it resonates, because it seems pretty specific. I hate when people say Pacific. It's not the word, it's specific. We're not talking about the Pacific Ocean. Specific. But yes, so that might be one of the things that you're dealing with too. It's like, okay, so how do I make these, especially after like following that Two of Wands card, about, making choices, right? So how do I choose this sense of moving forward and whatever it is I'm doing if I don't feel secure in this? I don't feel confident. Well, you got to find a sense of confidence in yourself, right? That might be something that you can do with the trust of your friends, people close to you, with this Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Being able to know that you can rely on your close friends at this time to get you through this. I'm also getting, however, now this is again very specific. For some of you, this could also be that you were dealing with somebody, this King of Pentacles person, who you knew that you needed to leave this person behind, but now enough is enough. They put you in a third party situation, and it was just a very toxic ass situation with the devil here on the top of the deck. Again, seems very specific for somebody. Yeah. Queen of Wands is usually the other woman, especially when we're talking about the Three of Cups popping up. So it's giving me that you guys kind of might have already been aware of this kind of thing, and now it's just about having a sense of strength within yourself to say, fuck the shit, I'm out. I'm getting something like that. So let's get maybe 3 more from here, and then we're gonna move on to a different deck. Okay, start shutting this down soon to get tired. I was already tired, but I felt guided to do this, so, and somebody nudged me to do it. So I was like, okay. So I know I gotta get this message out, because it's gonna be for 4949s. I said that more than one person is gonna be able to resonate with it. 4949, it's 1313. It's giving me death and rebirth vibes, man. You guys are really like working on yourselves after major disappointments and pain, right? These major endings that had to come from a lot of loss. Um, and it came out along with the Seven of Pentacles here, right? Feeling like you've wasted your time and your efforts. But the thing is, it's like, you know, once you start to accept things for what it is, this song in particular is very loud for whatever reason. Once you start to accept things for what it is and see that, you know, these things happen the way that they're meant to happen, you know, for whatever reason, you know, a lot of times it's to learn some type of lesson. And then it brings on these new beginnings. Ace of Wands here. So, you know, it really is just about being able to, you know, move past the shattered dreams, right? The pain, the disappointments, the sadness, right? Yeah, and do it, you know, take your time. It doesn't have to be a rush. I said that already, but yeah, they keep wanting me to, you know, bring that up. Like, there's no rush, you know, it's a healing, right? It's all like about the the process, but say progress, but yeah, that too, right? It's a process. It takes time. Um, I personally don't believe we're ever fully healed. I'm gonna just put it out there. Like when people say stuff like, "Only come to me when you're fully healed," is there really a such thing? I don't really think there is, personally. I don't think there is. I think that there's learning how to accept and, you know, begin the process of moving forward, blah blah, like depending on what happened, you know, it's grief, you know, grief counseling, there's all kind of different things, right? But just knowing what I know about counseling and stuff like that, therapy and all that shit, I can tell you, I highly doubt that there's ever such thing as being fully healed. I think that it's more so about being aware of the things that trigger you and being able to overcome those triggers in the different moments when they present themselves, right? Um, Not succumbing to, you know, your old ways of behaving. You know, that's where like cognitive behavioral therapy and stuff like that might come in. So on and so forth. But yeah, trauma-based therapy as well. Um, so let's go on before I go off on the spiel, obviously. um, yeah. Ironically, I said something about this earlier while I was shuffling the cards. We have the Four of Swords. Yeah, this is a time to heal. Might be seeing the numbers 4 and 8 a lot, or derivatives of it as well. Getting 2s as well. 16. But yeah, literally on here, it's talking about healing, right? Feeling like you're between a rock and a hard place sometimes, even because it's like you're like, I want to do this, but I'm scared. You know, the anxieties and the fears start to kick in too, so it keeps you kind of stuck. That's why healing is important right now, right? Exactly. And 2s, yeah. And we talked about like that energy of the 2 before, right? About there's some decision making that has to happen for a lot of people who end up resonating with this reading. As we see this, the Fool, right? Taking a leap of faith, stepping into the unknown, right? Putting that fear aside. You're being guided. And this, to me, this is like your spiritual team, you know, like guiding you along the way, like this transitional period of your life right now. Yeah. They want you to also remain optimistic during this time, this page of wands. Remain optimistic. I'm also getting that some of you might be getting some type of good news coming in, some good communication or something. I'm also, this is very specific. Talk out your feelings. Talk out your feelings. Talk out your feelings. That seems so like super specific. whether it's with another person, within yourself, like talk to somebody about your feelings about something in particular, maybe like this new leap of faith that you're about to try to take in your life. Yeah. Emperor. Yeah. There might be a conversation that you need to have. Maybe that's why you're saying that. There might be somebody who like makes you feel like they have like kind of, I don't like to blame people for anything, because we do have free will. But like, if there was a person in your life, for instance, that kind of made you feel kind of like they controlled you or made you feel stuck in some kind of way, and now you're removing yourself from that person, this might be a hard conversation to have. It's hard pill to swallow, as my throat feels like it's going like this. Um, yeah, and that shit keeps you in your head. That could be why some of y'all might be having headaches, Eight of Swords, feel trapped. Remember, it's funny that I just said, oh, there's really not any swords on the spread, and all of a sudden, like, a bunch of cards of swords just started showing up. Let's get one more from here. Maybe two. Oh, wow. See? I love when you guys comment in the comment section, let me know when things are resonating. Because sometimes I'm like, is this making sense? You know what I mean? Like, I hope it does. Yeah. Coming to, an end of a conflict, right? Five of Wands here on the top of, or that came out. Reaching a resolution with somebody. I just heard Aaliyah, we need a resolution. We need a resolution. We have so much confusion. Um, Am I supposed to change? Are you supposed to change? Who should be heard? Who should be blamed? Who should be heard? Who should be ashamed? Who should be heard? Will we remain alright? We need a resolution. That might resonate with you guys. I know I said one more, but I'm gonna get one more again. But I do feel like some type of resolution. And there's a conversation that has to be had for this to happen, possibly for somebody. Speaking your truth with this King of Swords here. Speaking your truth. Also, aside from the giving your truth, I'm also getting this energy of, well, some of y'all might have air in your chart somewhere, but I'm also getting planning something, structuring something, sitting down, actually planning things out. We've been talking about that a lot on the channel, about you guys needing, and the term that keeps popping up that I keep hearing, pen to paper. Sit down, write out your ideas that you have, because there's something that you're meant to do. You're being nudged to do it, and now they're like, okay, it's time to get to get. You know what I mean? Sit down and do what you need to do, right? I'm getting something like that. In order to restore balance in your life, temperance is here. I said earlier that I was picking up temperance vibes, and now we finally see it. Yeah. There's just certain things you gotta tell your truth. You gotta speak your truth. You gotta live in your truth to have this sense of balance and peace in your life, right? Harmony. Yeah, because you've been doing a lot of inner work. This Hermit here, a lot of inner work is happening, but now it's time to actually, like, put those lessons out there into fruition. Time to put, it's like, there's the practical side, or sorry, there's the theory. Okay, I'm using these terms for a reason. Like when I was in high school, I went to a trade school. So like, I took up masonry, and so we would have what was called theory, and then we would have practical. So theory was like the book stuff, right? It was the stuff that we would learn from the textbook, tests and things like that, like the official shit that we had to know, like how much of each thing goes into mortar, what's it even made of, sand, lime, and cement, like, you know what I mean? How big is a joint? When I say a joint, I'm not talking about a joint. I'm talking about a joint um, between bricks or blocks, right? How much does a brick lay versus, damn, it sounds like I'm talking about drugs. I'm obsessed with brick. Wait, what the hell? Okay. Spirit, you guys are funny. So on and so forth. You guys see where I'm going with this stuff. And then, so that's theory. And then there's practical. Practical is about the actual skill. So it's about actually being able to lay blocks and bricks and, you know, work with the tools and all that stuff. So I forgot where I was going with this analogy. What the fuck did I bring that up for? Where's a read? Oh, Chariot's in the middle of the deck. Damn it, hate when that happens. I was going somewhere with this. Oh, I remember now, like all the lessons and stuff that you guys have been learning and stuff. And now it's like, okay, so you know, you're the student, right? You're learning, you got all the theory stuff down. Now it's the practical part. That's the part of the journey you're in now. It's like, okay, so what are you gonna do with this information? Are you gonna do something about it? What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Thank you, Spirit, for like helping me reel myself back in, because I have a tendency to be like my dad, and I just keep going on. Next thing you know, it's like an hour later, and I don't remember what the fuck I was talking about. I'm not gonna do that to you guys, though. I'm usually pretty good at coming back. Reel myself in. Are you reeling in the years? Stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had a look at mine? Your everlasting summer, you can see it fading fast. So you grab a piece of something that you think is gonna last, but you wouldn't even know a diamond if you held it in your hand. The things you think are useless, I can't understand. Anyway, some of you might like Steely Dan, one of my favorite bands of all time. I would love to see that. Well, one of the members passed away, but I would still love to see the remaining members of the band because they're really, really cool. And my son, when he was younger, he played in. He went to School of Rock. It's like, you know, nationwide. So they have a whole bunch of different locations. So he was at the Fairfield location here in Connecticut, and he was 12? I believe he was 12 or 13. I think it was 12. And he was the only kid his age with the advanced band. Super cool. And he was in that particular band because like that stuff is complex. Like if you ever listen to their stuff, very, very complex jazzy stuff, and like the time signatures are different and stuff. Like for those of you who are musicians and stuff like that, are into music, like very, very different stuff. And my son, he killed it. And not to be funny, so it's all these like white kids, and my son's the only black kid. So when they look around, like, who's this kid's parents? And they see us, and they're like, oh, this is black people there. Oh, is that your kid up there? I'm like, obviously, oh, they're black people. But anyway, but you know, my son always pops up in readings for some reason. I love my baby. I was just talking to him earlier. Yeah, we were joking around. That was pretty funny. But I sent him that "Don't Put Toys in the Potty" song. He was like, "Yo, I'm done." I'm like, "Yo, bro, like this is real talk though. I hear the song every day at work. I'm just saying." He's like, "Yo, I can't." I was like, "And there's a trap version, bro." He's like, "Come on, man, you gotta be shit." Well, I let him cuss sometimes. He's about to be an adult. He's like, "You're shitting me, right?" I was like, "Yeah, I wish I was, but no, there really is a trap version." But anyway, I love you guys. For y'all to be able to stick through with me with my ADHD and stuff when I go off on a tangent, because I always do this every reading. Just start. Alright, so we have Perchance to Dream. So it's giving me like, let me show you the card. Oh, you asked, what am I drinking, huh? I am drinking 19 Crimes, The Punishment. It is a Pinot Noir. I almost got the Cali Red, which is the Snoop Dogg one, But I wanted something different because I've been drinking a lot of like blended reds lately, so I wanted some Pinot Noir. Um, it's really good. But I think I prefer the Cali red. But anywho, yeah. So it said perchance to dream. So it's giving me like this energy of, remember how we saw dreams shattered, right? And then like the cool thing about these cards is it shows moon phases and stuff. So like the moon phases are supposed to kind of resonate with where you are in terms of different phases of your life, right? Like energetically. And that one was, I already like shuffled the cards down, unfortunately, but that one was like a completely empty one. So, excuse me. Um, it makes you feel empty, right? The sense of like everything's just feeling like shattered. Feeling like you just, it's like, what the fuck, bro? You know what I mean? Like, that's literally probably how y'all feel sometimes. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, this can't be life, you know what I mean? Like, here we go again, you know? Here I go again on my own. Hi, Ryan. Yeah, 5 people in here, 8 likes. Number 13 again. You might be seeing the number 13 a lot. But, yeah, it's giving me something like that. That was only on the bottom of the deck, so we're going to get a little deeper. Here I go again on my own. Love you too. Perchance my foot. Down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to roam alone. But I made up my mind, not wasting no more time. Here I go again. For some of you, some of this shit stems far back. I think I mentioned something about childhood, if I'm not mistaken, earlier tonight. Or am I making shit up? I believe I did. I forgot, like, in the context that I said it, but I feel like I said something about childhood earlier. But it says, the child I was meant to be. It's in the reverse. It's like coming to terms with the fact, I think I was talking about, like, that's what it was. I was talking about, like, values and things like that, beliefs that might be challenged from, way back, right? I do remember saying that. So, things are coming full circle. Like, see how that moon is full in the card? This is the things that are being released. So you're realizing now, right, that there's certain things about who you used to be that you're realizing that's not you anymore. And, you have to, you know that there are things that have to be let go of that just don't resonate with you anymore. Again, for some of you, starting as far back as childhood, I might pull from the inner child deck. We'll see. I'll see what else pops up. Blinded to pain. There goes that number 13 again. Perhaps some of the pains and things that you've been dealing with stem so far back that's almost all you know. Which, again, remember I was talking about, if you've been through a lot, you know what I mean? When you start seeing things good happening in your life, you question it. You're like, what the fuck is this? Something ain't right. This can't be it. Like, this don't make sense to me. It don't sit right in my stomach, You sabotage. Yeah, no more of that. No more of that. And ironically, these cards are like back to back, 13 and then 14 on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, hiding your true self. Maybe hiding your true emotions, things that you truly feel that you bottle up and you don't. I just heard Sarah Bareilles on that song "Bottle It Up." There'll be girls across the nation who will eat this up. But I know that it's just so good you bottle it up and get down to the heart of it. No, it's my heart, maybe shit out of your luck. Don't make me tell you again about love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. You guys are fucking angry. That's that Kali Ma energy we saw earlier. Like now you guys are like you lived in that energy too long. Artificial heart, you've been faking the funk for so long that you're like, fuck this shit. I feel rage, I'm angry. You have a right to feel that because people have wronged you, they've hurt you, and it's like, yeah, now it's time to allow yourself to feel the emotions that you need to feel so you can heal. Because you can't. It's all bars, motherfucking bars. No, let me stop. But yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all, you're allowing yourself to kind of start feeling some of these pains that you need to feel because you've been hiding it for so goddamn long. And it's like, okay, yeah, well, I'm not gonna ever fucking heal if I keep hiding from the truth. Yeah. Um, we have obsession here. You might have obsessed about something or someone for a while. It's giving me that devil energy that we saw earlier, along with I won't cry for you. So maybe you've shed so many tears about somebody who you've obsessed about, or something that you've obsessed about for so long that you're like, absolutely fucking not. I'm not doing this shit anymore. No. For what? Why? Yeah. There might have been jealousy and envy involved, and you're not in that energy anymore. Like it's in the reverse. Gluttonous, or envious gluttony rather. Like you're like, oh, yeah. This person might have fucked with your head for a bit, fragmentation, or these circumstances might have fucked with your head for a while, and now you're seeing things a lot more clearly. Yeah. Again, no more trying to hide your true self. Your true self is starting to come out, and now you're going to be allowed to really, again, feel those emotions, right? It's giving me this part. Taking a step back. Taking a step back to feel everything you need to feel in order to heal. I like that. Feel what you need to heal in order to heal. I like that. Atonement. Yeah. It's giving me like closure, right? Taking accountability where you need to, but also knowing that not all of this is your shit. You know, the stuff that's yours is yours. You know, acceptance, right? My ear just started ringing. Yeah, acceptance of the things that is your shit, and the things that are not your shit. It's not your shit. I'm hearing a whole bunch of different things going on. My air conditioner just did something really weird. It went do like that. Air conditioner has been working perfectly fine, so I know there's nothing wrong with it. But it's like, and then my ear popped. So I'm like, that might be important. Yeah. I feel like, you know, one of the things that you're learning to accept possibly is the regrets that you've had in the past, that you've been learning how to release and let go of, right? You're learning to become, you know, somebody who takes ownership of yourself. Sovereignty. I've been saying that word a lot on this channel lately. Freedom. Um, Queen of my world. That's you. You're stepping into that energy now. Stepping into the queen of your own world. I just heard Freedom by George Michael with his fine ass. That was my first white boy crush growing up, by the way. Oh my god, he was so fine. Freedom, I won't let you down. I will not give you up. With the leather jacket, he was so fine. And the 5 o'clock shadow. Ooh, that was a fine white boy right there. Artificial Heart is here again in the middle of the deck. Alright, so I got guided to do this. So, pull from here. Now, those of you who have, you know, been around for, you know, these cards can get a little bit heavy, but that's the whole purpose of this reading. This is meant to be, this isn't a cutesy, funny reading. I always add humor, but this is meant to be more serious, right? So I'm happy that you guys have been, you know, sticking around and wanting to get that insight. Okay, So when I split the deck, we have, it is never truly the end. Beloved, in this, everything will be okay. Yeah. Reassurance that everything will be fine. We have set boundaries. Claim your power and know your value today. Exactly. Exactly. So we'll just get like maybe 3 from here. I don't want to go too crazy with these. And then I might pull maybe one more deck, maybe 2. And that'll be the end of the reading. Like I said, this reading is going on a little longer than expected. But I kind of expected it to go long. I just didn't know how long it was going to go. Because, you know, sometimes like, I'm like, okay, I think it'll be about an hour. And then once I hit the hour, I'm like, ooh, this might be a really long one. But you guys are here, and clearly you're getting something out of it, so that always makes me happy. All right, so we have do what you need to do. It may be difficult, but now is the time. The number here is 11. It's going to be new beginnings. Yeah. So we'll get 3 from here. Seek guidance in this. It is a time for a it is time for a different perspective. Didn't earlier I said that you might be seeing the number 4 a lot. The number on there is, okay, 2 things here. The number on there is 31, adds up to 4, but I could also look at it as a mirrored number. I keep talking about the number 13. It kind of could represent that too. But in this case, I'm more so getting that guidance. The number 4 does represent that. It represents, like, you know, being guided and, you know, being shown the way. And like a sense of reassurance from your guides. Like, I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. You have write a letter. Write a letter to your inner child. Whew, that could get heavy. Maybe that could be something that could help close out cycles with that number 37 there, adds up to 10. Let's get one more from here. And go inward. It's time to connect with your inner child. So yeah, I mean, we're getting some confirmation that for some of you, take it as it resonates, that some of you, this definitely is something that goes back very, very far, which makes it even that much more complex, right? A lot of inner work that has to be done. Some of you might be seeing butterflies a lot, whether it's like actually like, you know, in real life you're seeing them all over the place, or maybe like in like pictures or something online. I think they just pop up all over the place. You might be seeing them a lot, or visualizing them, which they represent transformation. Here we have find your haven. There's a place of wander. No, I said it right the first time. What the hell am I talking about? There's a place of wonder waiting just for you. So I'm getting number 13 here. You can't make this shit up even if you wanted to. Yeah, I feel like they're saying that, you know, remember I was talking about finding your safe space, feeling a sense of security earlier. I did mention that. So this is, I think that's confirmation that this is a time to really find that sense of security within yourself. Getting grounded being a big part of that. We have set boundaries here again on the top of the deck, and then middle of the deck we have spend time in nature. Thank you, Spirit, because we talked about that earlier. Let the beauty of nature refresh your soul. So that might be a really great way for you to get grounded and release some old stuff from the past that has been kind of holding you back. Let's see. Where do I feel drawn to? There's 2 decks that I'm like, ooh. Alright, I'm going to read from these. I feel more drawn to these than the other deck that I was looking at. Alright, so would you look at that there? We have Mystic on the bottom before I even do anything. Those numbers again, 4 and 8, popping up. Um, Light attribute revels in intimate union with the divine. Really, you know, coming into your higher self, you know, coming into having a more powerful relationship with source, if you believe in God or whatever you believe in, the divine within yourself, so on and so forth. Shadow, it says delusional rapport with the divine, but I'm getting more so the light attribute. All right, so let's get 3 from here. And again, if this is resonating, let me know. If you haven't, let me know already. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Greatly appreciate you guys. Hit that notification bell. Well, this is like a blank card here where you can actually think of your own light and dark attributes. So, you know, just meditate on that and think to yourself, what are some things that, you know, could be positive technically, but also be negative at the same time, depending on how I utilize that power, that type of power. That's why I like this deck, because, you know, things that, you know, some might deem as negative could actually be positive things. It's just a matter of how you utilize that energy and vice versa, right? So let's get officially 3. Virgin. Like a virgin. Like attribute, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So very light energy about you guys. Shadow attribute, fear of intimate union. Interesting. Some of you just looking at this, not necessarily actual virgin, but maybe it's been a while, or you're so pure-hearted that you just are worried about how people will treat you because of the things you've been through. But I'm also just getting this energy of pure intentions, you know, something like that. Very, very almost angelic person. I don't think any of us are truly angel. I mean, yes and no. Like I think I'm an earth angel, but like what I mean is like truly innocent. We're only human, right? But at the same time, it's like, you know, I think you guys have pure intentions to like they're trying to say. All right, so we have healer here. It says like attributes, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. That's one of the first things we said earlier in the reading. Ability to help transform pain into healing. I love that. Shadow attribute, taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. That now this card technically came out in the reverse. That last part, failing to care for oneself. Ooh, they talking. They talking, guys. Y'all gotta start taking better care of yourself. Preaching to the choir. But yeah, very important right now. But they're definitely giving that energy, or not giving, but they're reinstating what I had already kind of said and reiterating what I had said earlier about the fact that I feel like a lot of you guys are meant to help other people in this kind of way. And no different than what I'm attempting to do right now, right? You guys are meant to do this type of thing. It doesn't have to be in the form of tarot reading, but just in general. 1, 2, 3, as I looked up. Like, you guys, they want you to become more in alignment with yourself, right? So that you can help other people. We saw that energy earlier. We literally saw that. Because the more in alignment you are with yourself, and the more healed you are, the more that you've worked on yourself, so on and so forth, whatever way you want to word it, at the end of the day, you were put here to help elevate other people, make other people elevate other people, right? Inform and enlighten other people. That's what you're here for, in whatever capacity that is. Now, it doesn't have to be like the spiritual stuff that we're doing here, right? It could be as a, you know, somebody who's into medicine or something, right? Nursing and stuff like that. I'm even getting teachers, because we did see the Hierophant earlier too. Maybe you're like a spiritual healer, or a spiritual teacher, something like that. I got Reiki. I know that the other night I mentioned Reiki, and some of my followers or subscribers rather had mentioned that they actually are thinking about getting into that. So you know, you might resonate with that. We have another one of those blank cards here. So, yeah, that's important. So we have two cards that came out together other than that one. Allie, I don't hurt feelings. I just tell the truth. There's a difference. I do it in a nice way. Or at least I try to. All right, so we have Exorcist here. Interesting. Light attribute, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. That's that devil card that we saw earlier. Shadow attribute, fear of facing your own demons. That's that devil card we saw earlier. Spirit ain't fucking playing with us. I know that resonates with me. It came out with the rebel. It says, um, challenges authority to affect social change. Reject spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. I kind of said something about that before. The fact that you guys are like looking back on old value systems and belief systems, and you're like, for some of you that's them really far back, and you're like, that shit don't resonate with me no more. I don't want to do that no more. I said that earlier. Shadow, it says, rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. I'm getting the top part for you guys though, honestly. Yeah, you guys are, you're, you know, especially with that Exorcist card, you guys are, you're shifting, you're changing. You're like, okay, I gotta start seeing things differently for what it really is, not what I want it to be. You guys, your eyes are opening up. What did my girl say? She heard you, witch bitch. That's our term of endearment. We call each other a witch bitch all the time. Like if one of us is like thinking of the other, and then we just randomly hit each other like, "Hey, are you okay?" And then the other one's like, "You witch bitch, I was just thinking about you." Shit's wild. So we have dilettante. It says delights in the arts without having the profession. Sorry, without having to be a professional. Alert you to the dangers of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Interesting. So you guys are like a jack of all trades. You just are gifted and naturally good at a lot of stuff. So sometimes it might be even hard to pin down what is like what it is you're meant to be doing right now, which I kind of understand. I get that. It says for the shadow, pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. So some of you, and I don't really necessarily feel this, but I feel like it's more the light part. But I'm just gonna like say what I'm feeling with the shadow. Maybe sometimes you think you know a little too much, and you might want to like, tone it down a couple notches. You know, might get hubris, like a little cocky, maybe. Like, oh, I already know this. I already know that. It's like, okay, tone it down, bitch. No, let me stop. I'm not really getting that with you guys, but like, just saying, there might be like that one person who resonates with that. Like, ooh, okay, Spirit is talking shit to me. Okay, great. So you know, always, I'm getting always be open, always be like a, you know, a sponge, right? Always be willing to learn something new. We just all were teaching something new to each other just a little while ago. That I learned some new stuff just from reading the comments. Y'all learn stuff from each other, learning stuff from the reading, so on and so forth. So top of the deck, trickster. It's gonna be like the magician vibe. Light attribute, transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. The shadow is manipulating others through duplicity. Interesting. Yeah, manipulation. Um, it's an interesting card. There's a message like getting ready to come through, and I can't seem to pick it up. I could be the trickster. I don't think this is you guys, to be honest. I think this is somebody else. And I think that's why I'm having a hard time getting a message from this card. Because if you saw, I was able to pick up on the energy of all these other cards, but for whatever reason, this card I'm having a hard time with. I just heard gift. I heard gift of gab and luck of the draw. Those were the two phrases that just came up. I'm getting somebody around you is the one who's manipulative. I don't think this is you. But I feel like you guys are starting to read through people's bullshit is what I'm kind of getting. Like you're seeing the truth through the smoke and mirrors I just heard. Something like that. Let me know if that's making sense or if it resonates. Um, we have this the destroyer here in the middle of the deck. Says light attributes. Excuse me, I had to burp. Light attributes, releasing what is potentially destructive. There you go. Preparing for new life. Wow, that's crazy. It's like the tower. You guys are the fucking tower. You might be the ones doing it to other people too, in a good way. Making that like I heard shit and bricks. Like you shook up somebody's whole fucking world, and now they have to see themselves for who the fuck they actually are, and now that's fucking them up. That's eating their ass up alive, bro. That's what I just got. Shadow attribute, intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. I think that is saying in this case that you guys, you held a mirror. There's a reason why I got drawn to this deck here earlier. I wasn't planning on using this, but before I started the reading, I was told to go pick this card up or this deck up. Mind you, my bestie, she's the one who put me onto this deck. Love that deck. But wow, that's wild as fuck, bro. You guys are like a walking fucking tower moment for somebody. 131 when I said that. Alright, I think it's time to pull some last messages. I feel pretty good with what was delivered. I feel like it was pretty thorough. I feel like it was helpful. At least I hope it was. Yeah. Here. So some last messages of just like hope and inspiration to close out this reading. And that will be it. I just saw the freedom card as I was shuffling. Great. Potential, yes, stepping into your fullest and highest potential. Love it. A lot of potential here for growth for you. I feel like 3 or 4 from here to close out the reading for the collective, and that'll be it. I might even pull one extra card after this. Just one card though, an affirmation. Really round things off. Security. Goes back to what I said earlier, right? That sense of security, right? Grounding. Grounding and earthing. That root chakra. Also getting that some of you might have some financial security coming towards you soon. You might feel inspired to work on something that's going to be lucrative. But you have to stop putting it off on hold, I'm getting, for somebody. That card really wanted to come out. Yeah, stepping into your power, right? Really stepping into your power at this time. I just heard Jill Scott, I am here. There's a part that she says, I am a source of power. I don't remember all the words. I am a writer story. I am a heart of healing. I am a wealth unfathomed. I am a peaceful evening. I am a boastful night. I am a something. And she says, I am a great orgasm. I'm like, damn. And she's like, if you don't recognize my presence, I am here. I don't remember all the words, but if you were to look it up, it's a very powerful song. It's just talking about your strengths, right? Your inner strengths and your power and stepping into it. You know, recognizing how powerful you truly are. I love that song. I haven't heard that song in minutes, so like I don't remember all the words anymore. I will know it if I listen to it, but right now I can't. Trust the process. Trust yourself to get through this. We did see a card about trust earlier. One more. Yeah, trusting the process and trusting yourself, trusting your abilities and your power to get through this. You are secure in your circumstances because you're being guided, right? You're protected, and new beginnings are coming in. New beginnings are coming in. We got miracles here. Oh yeah, look, there are miracles coming in. This was on the bottom of the deck, goes in the reverse, and right underneath that, freedom. Remember I said I felt that energy and I saw it. Yeah, they're like, you can manifest whatever you want. It's all about transmutation. You gotta free yourself from these other shits. I said these other shits as I meant to say this other shit, but I said these other shits. It's almost like there's more than one thing for some of you that's like holding you down, holding you back, and you know what it is. One of those things might be your own, inner shit that you got going on that you gotta release and let go of. Courage was on the top of the deck, that was in the reverse. We did see the strength card here more than once in the reading. Yeah, being open to change, right? Sky's the limit, and I feel like you guys have, endless possibilities here. It's just a matter of believing in yourself more, and doing the things that are necessary to get you exactly where you're trying to go, versus the whole you know putting things off, or being stuck in your old ways of thinking and doing things. Easier said than done, I know, but yeah, I'm getting something along those lines. Yeah, as you guys start to really truly step into your purpose, right? Alright, so we're gonna just get an affirmation from here to close out the reading officially, and that'll be the end of the reading for real this time. Thank you guys for tuning in, being here. I appreciate all of you guys for the support, and I do hope that this was helpful. I just saw courage again in the reverse. Yeah, so I'm just grateful and thankful for you guys for sticking around, trusting me with your energy, and delivering this message. We have balance here on the bottom of the deck. It says, it's in the reverse, by the way. It says, just reading this intuitively before I even look at the affirmations or anything. It says that card was in the reverse, balance, and then underneath is relationships. So you guys see, this was like this right on top of that. So it's giving me that a lot of times, like, your relationships are not balanced, and that's part of the reason why you're going through what you're going through. So whether it's your relationship with himself, whether it's your relationship with others, take it as it resonates, but you'll know. So let's just get one card to close out this reading for the collective. One last card, clearest, most accurate message for the collective to close out this reading. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Trust. Easier said than done, but I do feel like, they're trying to basically say that through it all, try to remain in your light. You know what I mean? Sometimes we gotta step into our dark side, and that's fine, but just try to do it in a way where you still show some type of grace. You know what I mean? Don't take it too far. Easier said than done, I know. But yeah, and understanding also that, through all of the trials and tribulations of our lives, we're always going to experience new and different things that are hard, they hurt, but these things are meant to kind of help us along the way to discover self-love, right? That sense of self-discovery and really understanding ourselves more, and understanding which relationships to foster more, the ones within ourselves and the ones of the people around us as well. What is it we're looking for, right, when it comes to our relationships and overall happiness? And love should be a big factor for all of those things. So yeah, I also just heard you could love people from a distance, right? Some people, You can't have those relationships with, and you have to acknowledge and establish that and be okay with that acceptance, in order to be able to move on fully and completely. And once you start to see that for what it is, that'll really get you, at least get the ball rolling when it comes to the healing process and where you're meant to go at this time. And I was trying to avoid like looking at the bottom of the deck, but I feel drawn to it, so I'm gonna do it. We have envy. I am the same as everyone, or sorry, I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. I think that's why I kept getting this energy of grace. Sometimes there's going to be times where you can't stand a person, or they make you feel jealous or envious, or somebody's jealous or envious of you. And through it all, always remain humble, remain graceful, and just practice a lot of love, right? You don't have to necessarily, be up under a person or nothing like that. Like, oh, I love you so much. Like, no. Let them be on their merry way. But, still, send them, bid them adieu with a sense of, love, compassion, and just say, hey, I wash my hands of this situation and of you, but at the same time, I want the best for you. I hope that you can get through the karmas that are coming your way when you go through what you're going through because of the bullshit you've done. But I'm not. That's that. Like, let karma do the rest. Let the universe do the rest. Your ancestors and spirit guides, Kalima, do the rest, right? Self-esteem. I possess gifts, saw this earlier, of the soul that benefit me and others. Look at that. This is why Spirit told me to look at the other cards, because I was just going to read that one card, and then Spirit's like, no, there's more. Thank you, Spirit, for that. It goes right back to the full circle of what we were talking about before, about you guys having gifts and things that you have not been allowing yourself to fully explore or put out there. And part of it could be because of, your lack of faith or something within yourself. You're like, look, we're telling you to do this for a reason. Acceptance. I just said something about acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. Exactly. Now, this was in the reverse in the middle of the deck. So it's giving me, you guys haven't fully accepted some things, and that's what makes some of this so hard. Whatever these things may be for you. So it's a part of the healing process, and it needs to be done. But that's where that inner work is going to continue to have to, take place. So with all that said, you guys are great. I love you. What time is it? I still got a little bit of time before I have to go to sleep. Sweet. Yeah. So I hope you resonated with the reading. I hope it was helpful. If you haven't done so already, hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I'm on, all these other times that I'll be on. I'm trying to go on more often. I've been doing like free readings and stuff too, so stay tuned. And yeah, until next time. I love you guys. Have a good night. Mwah. Bye. And you're welcome, Monica. Thank you, my love. Bye, guys.